see. Get the chat set up then. Let's filter out some more. Get this all filtered out. Now we'll get it fired up and cooking. Welcome to the boredom of turning tree sap into maple syrup. It's cold and rainy out here tonight. I gotta put my glasses on. I got enough to start with, Mama Cookie. I've got 10 gallons plus I've got about another 5, so hey, adjust your focus, welcome in. What are you doing, cat? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I need some more tree taps. I got 3 more trees I need to tap. I just don't have the taps for it, so kind of making do. We're living on the cheap. Adjust your focus. Living on the cheap. Hey, Justin, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Loretta owns the world. Oklahoma snuck in here and I missed him. Hey, Oklahoma. Sorry I missed you, dude. Welcome in. Hey, Sharon, welcome in. I already filtered a lot in this other bucket, but I think I'm going to stop here in a minute and fire this baby up after this filter part is done. I definitely think I got more than enough to start this going. See if I can't burn my face off. I think this filter's about had it. Hey Sharon, good to see ya. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80 creatures. What the hell? Hey Blind, welcome in. Should have waited till I had all this crap filtered, but I didn't think this filter was going to turn to shit so quick. I just got done pressure cooking 360 eggs, and then while they're cooling down, I got to pressure cook another 360. Quail are definitely, they're laying. They're laying like crazy. I guess I could fire this up while I'm waiting for this last one to come through. Move some stuff over. Oh man, this filter's gonna catch that bug. That would have been free protein. The crap you have to go through to get syrup that doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. Okay, it's a little high, I guess. That's better. I'm missing all the chats now, but I'll catch up here in a minute. This is almost done. Come on, hurry up. We done. About all I can put in there for now. Alright, now I can put some glasses on. Hey George, welcome in. Welcome in, Trump. Hey, what's up, Sunfish? I'll try not to, Trump. I'll try not to. Hey, Susan, thanks for coming in. Hey, Kathy, welcome in. Does the maple sap actually taste like maple, or is it flavoring added later? Yeah, it actually tastes just like maple syrup, Kathy. Yeah, Blind, it's raining here. You can have all this rain. Hey, Eggman, welcome in. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, it tastes like maple syrup, but it tastes a lot better because you don't have that damn bullshit high fructose corn syrup in there. You need rain down there? You can have this rain, George. It's cold, it's nasty. I'm going to guess and say the temperatures are in the 40s somewhere. I don't think I can sneak any more in here either. No, it's only about 2 inches from the top, so I better leave it alone. So if everything goes good, I think I'll be done about 4 o'clock in the morning. 3:30, 4 o'clock. You're running out of water, George? That ain't good. It's 45 by you, blind, but the wind makes... I can't read. Oh, the wind makes it cold, yeah. The wind sucks. .65 in Tennessee. Could see mid-70s tomorrow. Awesome, Kathy. Be a lot more interesting if we were making moonshine, but can't do that till it warms up because I don't have anywhere to mash. Plenty of gas, Trump. Maybe I should close this door. Stop the crosswind. There, that'll stop the crosswind in here. Eggman says it's 39 this morning, 90 this afternoon. Damn, Eggman. Yeah, she's doing okay, George. She's kind of confined to her oxygen machine right now, so she's just been hanging out in her rocking chair, and that's about it. There's a creepy black cat over there. Some more creepy cats over here. There's creepy cats everywhere. Your wife was doing the same? I hear you, George. Yeah, blind. She's pretty much married to that oxygen machine right now. Hopefully we can get her a portable unit and then she can like venture outside again. You'll make the waffles? Awesome, Trump. You make the waffles, I got the syrup. Guess it's better than creepy. Hey Nova, what's happening? Welcome in. If I can get those other 3 trees tapped, I should probably end up with like 2 gallons of syrup at the end of the run. Yeah, Nova, making syrup. Taking advantage of Mother Nature. We haven't got anything from the sycamores yet. Might have to build a vacuum barrel to make that happen. Hey Jason, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. Two gallons of syrup and 2 gallons of shine. Nah, you gotta make more than 2 gallons of shine, Trump. It ain't worth breaking the still out for just 2 gallons. How many quarts of quail eggs do I have pickled? I don't know, blind. I've probably got 6 right now, and then I'm fixing to do another 360 tonight, and then I got another 360 that I've got to do, so It'll be quite a bunch more, Blind. No, you're still tripping over finding that tag earlier. I'm telling you, dude. That was Yogi telling you he was there, dude. There's no other logical explanation, dude. A tag with the dog on it? I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. Meant to say better cats than creepy neighbors. That's true, George. Blind says we can't find quail eggs in the stores up here. Yeah, they don't have them down here in the store either. Except you can buy those commercially manufactured ones at Rural King, but they're pretty gross. No, like what's the odds of that? 1,000,000 to 1? Trump says 2 gallons is plenty for me. We can make that happen, Trump. I made some really good purple lightning with the thump keg. I can't stand that stuff that tastes like rocket fuel. That straight corn crap, man, tastes like goddamn grain alcohol. That stuff's horrible. Nova says, I'm going to cut that as a short. I feel it should be shared. There you go. Nova, good idea. Welcome back, Mama Cookie. You're having peach brandy? Sweet. I like making it more than I like drinking it. One day I want to check out that weed drink that everybody's raving about. Road, did you see our lovely governor made it illegal for weed growers to have guns? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, Blind. No, I didn't see that, but in Illinois, it doesn't surprise me. Trump says I just sip a little now and then. Mama Cookie says the Willie Nelson drink. Nova says I want to try one of the THC drinks sometime. Yeah, me too. It's definitely interesting to me. Nova says at least y'all can have weed. Yeah, well, you know, legal, not legal, doesn't really matter. I mean, Blind says Pritzker is slowly, totally ruining Illinois. Illinois has been ruined the whole time I lived here, Blind. And that's all my life. Mama Cookie says it's not available in Pennsylvania at the moment. I don't trust government weed. Sure as fuck ain't Iowa over here. Sharon says, George, hi, awesome to see you here. I am well, not doing too much on the channel these days. I trust homegrown. Yeah, I do too. Trump. McDonald's had quarters, Caterpillar, American Airlines, and the Bears all moved out of Chicago. Mama Cookie says, I'm still trying to find the Rise coffee here. Nova says, Rossman be like, yeah. Good old Louis Rossman. Sharon says, George, I love your doggy videos. Definitely better than watching syrup be made, that's for sure. I can't unsee that. Yeah, I don't think you ever will, Nova. I don't think you ever will. I think that's burned into many people's brains. At least it's burned into mine. Mama Cookie says that's a mushroom coffee and I can't find it at any of the local stores around here. Blind says making weed legal is only thing Pritzker did good, but he made it law to spray the weed at dispensaries. Trump says syrup processing is the shit. Sharon says, nah, don't say that. When I see you guys live, I come here. Hey, Chevy, welcome in. What's cooking? Maple sap. We're turning it into maple syrup. That's what's cooking. Trump says, same with sorghum cane. Nova says, once I come up with some cash, I'm going to send your jars back to you. No worries. And the weed is GMO that they sell, says Blind. Yes, it is. Sharon says, I'm from Ontario and I don't even know how maple syrup is made. Only eaten. Well, you tap the tree, you get the sap out of the tree, and then you boil it down till it becomes syrup. It's pretty easy, Sharon. I mean, you really can't screw it up unless you walk away and let it completely bake. I know they come in handy for you and they're just sitting here empty. Yeah, they do come in handy. I go through a lot of jars, Nova, a lot of jars. I don't know about educating Trump. This is just like general knowledge that I think everybody knows how to make syrup. Well, except for Sharon, but she's learning. Blind says, I'm going to do walnut syrup this summer. Well, if you're going to do syrup, you better start tapping that tree now, Blind. You wait till summer, you ain't getting nothing out of a tree. Sharon saying hi to Chevy. Take a quick peek. Oh, we're getting a little heat. When it starts boiling, we can take the top off. Well, it's cold enough you can see your breath out here, so it's definitely on the cooler side now. George says, thank you, Sharon. YouTube took my channel from me, so I'm trying to start over, I think. Not really sure, still. Trump says, is black walnut good for syrup? I have no idea, Trump. The only thing I've ever tapped are maple trees and sycamore trees. I love sycamore syrup. It's just really hard to get the tree to give up the sap. I've never had black walnut syrup. Nova says it's cooling off here too. No rain though. Yeah, we got rain and thunder. We got it all, Nova. It sucks. I don't think I'm going to stream the egg peel tonight because that would be just too much. Although peeling eggs is a whole lot faster than making syrup, that's for sure. Sharon says, oh my. Oh, okay. I had no idea why you no longer showed up on my page. I'm glad I found your new channel. George. You hear the thunder, George? You should throw your new channel link in here, George, so people can sub. I can't type anything, so it's up to you guys to do it. Bouncer says, Kubota Orange Days commercial. Oh, the quality of life, duality of life. Yeah, Kubota's a crap tractor, man. Don't ever get one. They suck. Nova says, I don't know why YouTube ain't giving me notice when you go live. Who knows, Nova, who knows? It's kind of like your Cash App. You know? Like your Cash App won't work right. I'm sponsored by Kubota. I don't want to be sponsored by Kubota. They suck. You get a little bit of frost on the ground and the damn tractor won't go. You got to put a round bale on the back of the tractor so that it will actually move once you get a little bit of frost. And in this rain, in the mud, without counterweight on the back, man, that tractor ain't going nowhere. It's going to sit and spin like a big wheel on asphalt. You are evidently the reality part of their business. Well, if that's true, Bouncer, they're not going to like me because I think their product is shit. You are... What are you doing, cat? Yeah, that tractor is garbage, man. That 1958 Massey Ferguson outdoes it, and it's like half the horsepower. Sharon says, ribs look yummy, Bouncer. I was completely surprised by your commercials. What the fuck? Yeah, who knows, man? How's the sap collection going? Pretty good, Jenny. Pretty good. I got 3 more trees I got to tap in the future when I get more taps. But right now it's going pretty good. Nothing good on it yet. OG, still need to get my laptop repaired, but I still have a lot of evidence of an afterlife. Sweet. You should still drop your channel link so people can sub, George. No, Nemesis, not making moonshine. I'm actually making syrup. We'll do moonshine here in the future, though. Bouncer says, Sharon, I would gladly cook for you and anyone willing to eat actually healthy food. Awesome. Mama Cookie says, Jenny, did you video the vet visit? Blind says, the lady of the hour, Queen Jenny. Blind says, Jenny, that quail egg machine you got rode is fucking awesome. Yeah, it is. Oh, here we go. We're going to start. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Jenny says, Buttercup had issues with the vet. Had to put a muzzle on her. Way to go, Buttercup. Mama Cookie says, I'm still waiting for more Buttercup videos. Jenny says, I was laughing so hard, but I was proud. There's George's link. I don't know if that's updated or not. Nova's throwing his link up. Blind says, I want to have a cook-off with Bouncer at your house, Road. I don't know if Bouncer wants to travel all the way from PA, Blind. That's a long ride. So this is the pasteurizing of the syrup. It's evaporation of the excess liquid to produce the syrup, Sharon. Bouncer says, how was the cat butt, Jenny? Blind says, using your goats and chickens. Yeah, you just got to do the butchering. Alright, catch you later. I'm going to do a short live just to agitate people. Alright, Nemesis, drop your link before you go. Nova says I might hit 700 subs by next year. That's cool. How many kids do we get this year? I'm not really sure, Mama Cookie. I don't know the final count. Jenny says, love the cat butt, Mama Cookie. Mama Cookie made it. It's hanging on my ceiling fan. Sharon says, wow, is that thunder in the background? Yeah, lightning and thunder, Sharon. Blind says, we can use any unwanted cats. 2 cats. Yeah, you can. But cat's awful stringy. Dang, Bouncer, I've seen what you have for supper. Which way to the queue? There's Nemesis link, man, if you guys want to go over. Blind says, go sell tacos in Champaign. You'll have a hard time, man. That taco truck is like premium there. Everybody goes to that. Nemesis says, I might hit 700 by 2050. Bouncer says, Mama Cookie didn't make it, Jenny. Bouncer slab cut it off the imaginary cat Mama Cookie made. Sharon says, ouch, you don't get scared? I had a girlfriend that would shut everything off during thunderstorms, not even use the land phone. No, I'm not afraid of the weather. When my kids were young, I used to take them out in the tornadoes and we'd call for the tornado to come get us. It never came. So I taught them not to be afraid of the weather. Blind says, They wouldn't be able to resist cat-goat tacos. Nemesis has not only taken me 8 years to hit 692. Mama Cookie says, I'll let you know if I get your package tomorrow, Jenny. Expected delivery date is the 4th. Yeah, USPS has been screwed up. You send something 3-day priority and it's taken like a week to get there. It's insane, man. I should have brought out a spoon to get rid of that excess foam with. If possible, understand this. If you have to take the long walk, stop at Slabby Abigail's for dinner. Trump says, when the hurricane was coming, we always had hurricane parties. Hell yeah, Trump. Nova says, my old neighbors used to run every time a storm came in. Meanwhile, I would be on the porch watching the sky. Yeah, when I was a kid, our next door neighbors used to go to my parents' house and hide in the basement every time a storm came because they were afraid they were going to get sucked up by a tornado. It was crazy. Jenny says her mail never arrives at all. That's very true, Jenny. Very true. I waited for a plucker for a month and it got delivered to the wrong place. And they didn't want to do shit about it. Now I'm waiting again. So in the future, we'll process some quail. When it finally shows up, we'll do that. Nova says, I'm from Oklahoma originally. Dad and I used to watch them dance in Kansas. Sweet. Never seen a hurricane. Only thing I've ever seen. I've seen 2 tornadoes in my life. That's it. Vacuum cleaners eat dirt and they don't tell anyone if you experiment. Mama Cookie says my mailmen need to go back to grammar school and learn their numbers again. Jenny says, I told Mama Cookie that if the package didn't arrive this time, I'd have to hand deliver. Ooh, that's a long turn and burn, Jenny. But it's not a bad ride. I used to do a turn and burn to Allentown. Sharon says, bouncer. So when is dinner? Don't have to tell me twice. Kathy says, you didn't jump on the ironing board, Nightbot? Nova says, I walked the same path around the lake I walked today while a funnel cloud was overhead and the rain was sideways. Blind says, did anyone see the full moon eclipse? Bouncer says, I really missed you folks, but I had to wait until my cocoon opened so Mama Cookie could dig me up again. They sprayed the whole horizon. I couldn't see shit. Mama Cookie says, I told Jenny she didn't have to. There's way too many cats around here, Sharon. Way too many. How many times do you have to strain? You only strain once, and then you set it to boil. Turn it into syrup. I should have brought a spoon and took the foam off, but I'll worry about that later. Nova says I was sleeping. Bouncer says, Jenny Jones, for your information, that cat butt ornament isn't the Virgin Mary anymore. Trump says it was cloudy. And there's Kathy's channel, guys. Sharon says, hi blind, I missed it. Road, how many pair of glasses have you lost the last 4 months? More than I can count, blind. More than I can count. Mama Cookie says, what did you think of the bat, Jenny? Buttercup's butt isn't a virgin anymore either after the vet visit. George says, bet there's no mice around. Yeah, there are no mice around, George. That's true. We don't have any mice. We don't have any rats. Kind of sucks. Can't use them for backup food if they're not around. Nova says, I couldn't imagine losing my glasses. I'd be blind without my Coke bottles. I hear ya. I lose these reading glasses all the time. Blind says, glad your last name isn't Peter, Sharon. Sharon, I put you in for Saturday dinner, says Bouncer. Blind says, we caught a rat this morning. Cool. Jenny says, bat is hanging in my kitchen guarding the spices. Trump, backup food. Yeah, buddy. Nothing like a rat cooked over an open campfire. Sharon says, oh my word, dear one. Me too. Blind straight, that's funny. Mama Cookie says, blind, I grew up with a girl with that name. Yeah, I grew up with the Dick family. Sharon says, no way, poor girl. Yeah, they were pretty sick, man. The whole family. Meltzer says, okay, you are all acting weird. Here, smell this. Trump says, Bouncer will cook you all the healthy backup food you want. Long as it's not a possum, I'm in. Nova says, I know a girl named Golda Dick. It doesn't surprise me, Nova. It seems like all the people with the last name of Dick name their kids weird stuff on purpose. It's strange. Bouncer says it's going to be better. Sharon says, I don't know what my parents were thinking, blind. Where was she from? Mama Cookie says, I'm just glad that you like them, Jenny. George says, take care, friend. You taking off, George? Thanks for dropping by, man. I know Anita Dick, and she still crosses her legs. You know her, too? Road knows a Marie. Yeah, I know a Marie Weaver. And she smells horrible, blind. Simply horrible. Jenny says they're fabulous. Hey, Peace Dynamo, welcome in to the most boring stream on live YouTube today. Sharon says, God bless and stay well, George. Jenny says, good night, George. Marie Weaver beaver oil is used to produce Sasquatch attractment soap. I don't know. I think even Sasquatch would be repelled by it, Bouncer. That's some pretty rancid stuff. I think rotting human smells better. Mama Cookie says, I'm still looking for a pattern for the Flip the Bird project. Oh, I think I seen that one. Hey, Sig, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. It's kind of hard to find unless you get them already made. Hope you've been doing well, 357. Mom Cookie says, I like to make my own. We're only down about a ½ inch so far. There's got to be a way to turn this cooker into like a turbo cooker where it boils faster. Just got to figure out how to do it. Blind says, I like the light fishy smell, but not rotten carp smell. Dude, rotten carp smell smells better than Marie Weaver. I've never in my life smelled anything worse than Marie Weaver. Ever. And I doubt that I will. Must be nice, 357. I'm trying to come up with some myself. Daydream Be Weaver. I actually dated a girl back in '76 who had a CB handle, Daydreamer. Blind says, yeah, Bouncer, I think we're going to get attacked. Trump and company got us into some shit. Trump says, 1976. Yep. We went to the Bicentennial Jam in Rockford, camped out there at Speedway, catch that concert. The America's Bicentennial. Yep, it was Trump. How's my finger looking? Looks pretty good. Looks like a finger again. It's still a little red and creepy looking, but it's not all messed up like it was. .357 says, Bubba, I got radio handle. I won't tell. Nova says, my handle was Not a Nova, except when I worked at the truck wash. There I was just truck wash. Good, the finger, it's still whole. Yeah, they didn't cut it off like they wanted to. Doesn't look like it's gonna fall off anymore. It doesn't feel like it anymore either, Jenny. For a while there, it was like having a toothache in your fingers. It was crazy. Bouncer says, front lines are going to be Trumpy Dumpy members. Sharon says, wow, I didn't know. Nova says, I need an antenna. I should hook my CB up in the Focus. Yeah, I went by Colombian back in the day. Had my little Midland with 12 off frequency channels, and I had a KW linear. And a Moonraker 6 sitting on the house. Fun times. Fun times. Back when I got myself into trouble. Is the phone plugged in? No, phone's not plugged in, Trump. It's not going to last a lot longer, so. Bro got linear. Sick, Bubba. Yeah, I had a really sweet kilowatt. It was nice. My buddy has one in his Mini with a big ass antenna. It looks like an RC car. Yeah, we all, in the mobile, we only had a little 100-watt linear. Dipper wouldn't stick in to see if it's gaining flavor. I don't have one. I didn't bring out any utensils, Bouncer. I didn't prepare well. I'm tempted to put more liquid in it, but it's just going to be that much longer it's got to boil. Bouncer says, that's how I met Mama Cookie. Awesome, man. Trump says, no stinking sticks. No, I ain't got shit, Trump. Use some of that cardboard for a taste tester. Nova says, ain't there a tree nearby? Yeah, but it's wet out there and I'm a pussy, so I don't want to go out and get soaked getting a stick. Hey Leslie, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. It's going to be a while before it turns into anything. That's got to boil down to almost gone. No pocket knife? No, I've never carried a blade blind. I don't have the type of temperament to carry a blade. I've always done good enough with just my hands. I've always despised blades. Once you get cut by a straight edge, you get a distaste for knives. You carry 3? That's cool. 357 says, ooh, Miss Leslie. Nova says, luckily my blade never got me in trouble. Leslie says, I burned my first few batches. The last few minutes are critical. Yeah, they are, Leslie. Blind says, 2 for sure. 1 for each lung, self-defense. Nova says, I should figure out where it is. Bouncer says, hold on, something just happened. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Man, this rain is not letting up. Not letting up at all. Put that foam on parchment paper. I usually take it off by now, but I haven't yet, Bouncer. I'm just going to wait. I usually chase it around like a maniac for every 15 minutes, and it's unnerving. Now I've learned to just let it pool till towards the end. Mama Cookie says, I'm currently working on another Eevee, but I had to take a break because I sliced my fingertip on a piece of glass last week. Blind says, why, you going to snort it after it dries? Bouncer says, we call it angel's breath. Trump says, ouch, Mama. Jenny says, ouch. Everybody's feeling your pain, Mama Cookie. I told her not to put the bottle up her arse. Alright, if you cats are going to start meowing and shit, you got to get out of here. I can't hear your craziness. Bouncer does weird stuff. Figured he might snort maple syrup foam. I keep poking this pipe, but nothing's coming out. It's stupid. The hole is barely bigger than a paper clip. Clean it with a Q-tip, man. It was like a splinter. It was sore for a while. That sucks. Light is on. Dogs have side-eye. Jenny says, kitty in heat. 357's meow meow loud. Yeah. Cats are irritating when they make noise, man. Q-tip won't fit, and I'm trying to smoke the resin. I hear ya. Bouncer says, kind of like taking a needle dick, Mama. Alright, I think I'm going to creep out of here for a minute and bring some more crap back. This is probably a mistake, but I'm going to do it anyway. And add the rest of this in. Take a little bit for it to get back boiling. Now we got 4 more gallons. Nova says, yeah, I don't have any cartridges. It's just 2 glass bowls. Mine is easy to clean. Yeah, I feel bad for Hag because she can't smoke anymore. So now she's got to do edibles. Leslie Sylvan video. Alabama hostility. Mama Cookie says, I just got an ad for Juanita College, which I'm proud to say both of my kids will be attending next fall. Awesome. Blind says, or he lied and smoked it. Blind says you can't trust the drunk. I should be running out of power here pretty soon. And Bouncer says, I just realized we can't trust Blind. Leslie says, that was a parody about Dothan, Alabama. Pretty funny. Noah says, yeah, Dad can't smoke either. That's why I have his. It's plugged as hell, but won't let me leave what's in it. Jenny says, excellent. Congratulations, Mama Cookie. Blind says, since I ain't been drinking for a year, I learned a lot about drunks. 357 says, hags don't surf, right? March 6, 2025, I quit drinking. Well, you guys won't get to see the finished product. Jenny says I'm at 38%. Ooh, it's dropping quick, huh? Blind says, but now I have to smoke a lot of weed. Bouncer says, Mama Cookie, you realize that turns into $146,000 a year, right? I'm not sure if I even have a dollar. March 20th, 2025 was my last drink, and it was in Yogi's honor. $357 says Jenny nerd. Blind says, yeah, I like how 360 will tell you how much battery you got. How much battery, where you're at. Comes in handy when you fuck up like me. It saved me a couple times when I've done stupid shit like run out of gas. I'm still adjusting to not seeing Swamp Fox around. Blind says, I see my grandkids always use their phone to that last 3%. 357 says, guilty. wonder if they're pissed at me yet for not making dinner. We should be close to boiling again. Yeah, there we go. We're close. Jenny says, and I can tell you how fast you're going because your speedometer doesn't work. Very true, Jenny. Very true. Mama Cookie says she's a good student, but Bouncer says fish and venison tenderloin with mushrooms are in my future. Oh, the horror. That sounds good, man. Sounds really good. I made venison stew, so that's what's for dinner tonight. Oh, don't boil over on me. Don't boil over on me. Jenny says I had scrambled eggs with mushrooms and potatoes. Nova says anxiety has had me on edge. Fighting with Pops ain't good. Trying to keep calm. Ooh, Bambi stew. You know it. $357 says no cons. Line says spam wrapped with bacon, barbecue sauce, smoked for 3 hours. Man, oh man. Oh, that's sick, man. Spam is just disgusting. Nova says I had an omelet earlier, probably gonna make another one. Scrambled eggs and dumplings, man. Fried in butter. Blind. 357 says 2-prong. Blind says it's like crack. Spam burger. No spam, man. That's like eating possum, man. That's horrible. Leslie says bacon can make nearly anything tasty. I don't know if it can help spam, Leslie. Blind says it's better than stinky vagina any day. You got me there, Blind. I would have to agree with you on that one. Nova says, I think I'd rather eat bacon-wrapped possum. I don't know. I think that's what spam is. I think spam is actually ground-up possum. 357 says, my poor ex-mama-in-law. Sprinkle salt on everything. Spam grilled to perfection with extra sharp cheddar cheese. Yuck. Spam with potatoes and cantaloupe. Yuck. 357 says I tried to look away. Dogs ate good. I renew my lizard license if I know I'm going to be paid in venison. I'm still pissed I can buy artificial creamer with EBT but not coffee. What? You can't buy coffee with EBT? Are you serious, man? I know back in the food stamp days, they were saying that people couldn't buy ice cream and something else for their kids. I can't remember if it was candy or cookies, some crap. Blind says in Illinois you can. I don't know why they would restrict you from it. I mean, I don't know what the big deal about coffee is. I mean, it's not like you're buying alcohol. Not in Iowa as of January, but hey, I can buy ice cream. Can't you order it online from Walmart? Like, get a Walmart outside of Iowa. Would that even work? I don't know. Blind says not in Iowa. What state now? It's fucked up. Really? No coffee? Does that make any sense? Doesn't make any sense to me. I just realized where my hand is milking. Nova says I'm still in Iowa. $357 says that boil got me crab brain. Nova says it makes no sense at all. Leslie says I'd recheck those coffee restrictions. 357 says dirt bags. Yeah, that sounds crazy. You can't get coffee? It's okay, Jenny Jones. I'll make you some brother butter. Bugs. 357 says bugs. Nova says, Leslie, I've literally tried multiple times at various places. Mama Cookie says, I can still buy coffee in PA. I finally applied for my Social Security benefits, and I got an appointment. I had to drive all the way to Decatur just to find out that they were late. They didn't keep their appointment time, so now I have to wait and find out what's going on. Leslie says hot coffee would be different than coffee beans or ground coffee. Yeah, that's true. Blind says, is there a cool state to live in anymore? I doubt it, Blind. I doubt it. We're all slaves. Nova says Iowa had a big fit over food stamps. It's fucked up. Bouncer says they will let you buy edibles at the puff shop, but cola and coffee are taboo. I wonder if that could be done, Bouncer. That's interesting. I wonder if you could buy edibles with an EBT card. Leslie, I don't have a coffee pot. I drink instant. Oh, hell, you should have said something, Nova. I would have sent you this jar of instant I had. Just sitting there as backup. It's not candy, it's nutrition. There you go. 357 says, I'm all for edibles for free. Hell yeah. We got to get somebody to try that, man. That would be funny as shit, man. Noah says that hazelnut coffee something's really good. Yeah, I don't like flavored coffee, so off it goes. All important questions can be answered by Bouncer Slab. That would be awesome if it could be done. Mama Cookie says, I can't buy hot or prepared foods, but as far as I know, we can still buy everything that was common before on EBT. Towel heads and Molian used to let you get gas on EBT, but he got busted. I think about the things others haven't thought about. Yeah, it seems so, Bouncer. That's really interesting. I would like to know the answer to that question. That would be awesome if you could. See a dispensary with a big sign that says, we take EBT. I mean, the online Walmart app says they take EBT. Noah says, I think I know what gas station you're talking about, Blind. Blind. I think you really do, Bouncer. We could ask Louis Rossman, but he'd give us a fucked up answer. Bouncer says, if you think about the profit possibility, yeah, no doubt, Bouncer. If I had a dispensary, I'd take EBT. Line up, get your edibles. Especially like thinking about making your friends squeal, like on the movie Deliverance. I've got 6 more gallons to boil down after this is done. Blind says Bouncer is straight up crazy. I don't know, that's a damn good question, man. That is a damn good question. Basically, edibles are just jello. Sometimes thinking is overthinking. There you go. Wow, do those notifications make noise on the live stream? Maybe they don't. I'm not sure. Hey Jenny, where's the battery at now? Bouncer says, if you are allowed. at the Weekender, medium bears. Road, Pennsylvania had some people arson a bunch of bees. That's weird. Mama Cookie says, I'm calling it a night. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Take care and stay safe. Take care, Mama Cookie. Thanks for dropping by and hanging out, watching sap evaporate. Bouncer says, blind. They poured kerosene on our local hives. Damn. That sucks. Y'all gonna make me call a dispensary and ask, aren't you? Hell yeah, Nova. You gotta find out for us, man. 28%. Alright, Jenny. 28% is pretty good. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to go feed these people. I don't even know what time it is. I got too much crap going at one time. Jenny says, good night, Mama Cookie. Thank you again for my butt, cat butt. Bouncer says, nobody knows how they did it, but they were wearing masks and had out-of-state license plates. It's 9:08, so it's 10:08 here. Bouncer, how many estimated bees were lost? Oh, I might have to kill the stream and go feed these people. Bouncer says blind our surrounding areas. You're an hour ahead of me. I don't know, are you Central Time, Nova? Are you Central Standard Time? Okay. No, then it's only 9:08. I got plenty of time then. Otherwise, if it was 10 o'clock, they'd be getting restless for food. Blind says them Antifa BLM people probably did it. It was probably Louis Rossman. And he says, how is Hag feeling? She's doing all right. She's not doing great, but she's doing all right. She's been a lot better since she's been hooked to that oxygen machine. Hopefully in the future we'll get her a portable and then she can come out and actually go outside and do something instead of being stuck in the house. Bouncer says, okay, I better get Mama Cookie upstairs in case she has to shit. I don't like stepping on her shit. Have fun, Bouncer. Thanks for dropping by. I wish you could actually no, I completely forgot what I was going to say, so. Oh, man. It's that dementia. It's got a hold of me again. Monster says, I can't wait until I can afford that new girlfriend smell. Good luck with that, Bouncer. I don't know. I don't know how these guys can do more than one. I mean, one is enough. sometimes too much. I don't know how you can have 2 or 3. Blind says, man, I hope springtime with all the pollen don't make ag worse. Oh, it will. It will, Blind. Just the weather right now is killing her, so. Bouncer says, Mama Cookie might have at least 1 good kidney left. Yeah. It's all fun until you got to break out the diapers. Leslie says, if I remember, it's about a 50-to-1 reduction for syrup. Sugar takes forever. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, Leslie. It does take forever. I'll probably get like half a pint out of this, maybe a pint if I'm lucky. Nova says, Google says no to using EBT for edibles. They are explicitly banned. Oh, that sucks, Nova. Blind says, how much are you going to get out of that? A pint? Maybe a pint if I'm lucky. The EpiPen is for emergency, and it's like the hand of God. Yeah, my ex-wife had the EpiPen. Nova says, had my hopes up. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for it too, Nova. Blind says, damn, that ain't worth it. It is to me, Blind. Free from the tree and no high fructose corn syrup. Definitely worth it. I've done a lot dumber things. But that LP gas. Yeah. It's propane. I got a guy that hooks me up with the gas. Real cheap. LP gas is $28 a canister up here. Yeah, not here, Blind, not here. Bouncer says it's not the same everywhere. Find a dispensary that sells chips and water. Score. Oh, I just got my battery warning. It says I'm at 15%. I don't know if it's lying to me or not. Blind says my heater uses a can in 1 day. What kind of heater do you have, Blind? You can get like 3 days out of a Mr. Buddy heater. 12% was the flash. Dynaglow? Not familiar with that one. I've got a that might be the name of the salamander we have. I'm not sure. I'm drawing a blank. It was 31 below though. Yeah, well. Jenny says 14%. Ooh, I'm getting critical. Dynaglow. That's old school, like dinosaurs. Yeah. The salamander took a crap and my finger was messed up. I couldn't repair it. So I had to have Birdie P do it. I'm so glad she learned mechanics when she was a kid. Those poor kids, I made them do everything. skin animals, work on cars, do electronics, build circuit boards. I made him do all kinds of crazy stuff. Leslie says, only got 2 days with Mr. Buddy Heater in my Hobbit mobile, but it was a huge van with dually tires. That's pretty good. Blind says, my shed has been human-free most of the winter. $357 says blank as well. Bouncer says, I scratched myself a few hours ago and am now addicted. No need for a cookie. 357 says soul glow. Well, my phone can charge while I'm peeling those eggs. Gonna be a long night. Blind says I fucked up and didn't put a fireplace in my shed. 55-gallon drum, Blind. Turned it into a wood heater. It worked really well. Be just like a Solts heater. Do two 55-gallon drums, the one on the bottom to burn in and the one on top to reclaim heat. I think it turns out to be like 275,000 BTUs. That's what we used in Woodstock when we lived there in an old farmhouse. It's the only heat we had in the house. Because the wood burner pretty much kept the whole house warm because the oil burner didn't work very well. That place was so breezy. Old Latin plaster place. Bouncer says, I think it's time for me to make a couple of dozen hard-boiled eggs. I'm craving deviled eggs, and Mama Cookie is clearly the devil. Blind says, electric heater burnt up. So I just stayed inside. And it's still raining out. I'm gonna go check and see. I'm definitely gonna have to check the sump pump tonight. Oh, what happened? Oh, crap. I lost my display. Hi, people. I can no longer see what's going on. My screen is dark, so I do not know if I'm still live or not. I want to try a smoked quail egg recipe. Put them in this brine for an hour and a half, and then you smoke them for 45 minutes afterwards. It's supposed to be really good. So we'll have to try that out coming up. Alright people, since I can't see the screen anymore, I'm going to go ahead and end this. And maybe I'll do a